Good day, everybody. Wade here. Another episode of Relax and Living. We are going to do pizza sauce and pasta sauce. Now, you might be asking what the difference is. And the main difference is that pizza sauce tends to be uncooked, where pasta sauce is cooked, reduced down, really blending all those flavors. Now, ideally, we would be using some San Marzano or Roma tomatoes, but we use what we got here, and I got a big bushel of tomatoes. It's going to be all sorts of different varieties, and we're going to reduce that. These tomatoes tend to be a little bit more liquidy and have more juice into it, so I'm going to want to reduce those coming in. My main source here for measurement is going to be just my mixer blender. This holds 7 cups, right? So I'm going to dice up my tomatoes. I'm going to add a little bit of onion. You don't have to add onion, but I noticed that this was starting to go. Another thing that we do here a lot is use what you got. Don't let it rot. Don't throw it away. So let's use it, utilize it, give it a nice flavor. We'll need some black pepper, some garlic salt, and then I have these Italian herb blend. When I smell it, it's oregano, it's parsley, maybe a little bit of cilantro, mostly oregano. So we're gonna make the pizza sauce first, and then if you wanna stop it there, you can add it to your pizza. I've already given you the recipe for the same day dough. Click the link somewhere. And if you want to take it one step further, maybe have some longevity to your storage, we can make some pasta sauce, which also works perfectly fine on your pizza as well. So let's get right to it. Oh, I also have some basil, fresh from the garden. I'm going to start with coring all of these tomatoes as much as I can. This will be just cutting it up a little bit. Some people like to remove the skin. Not necessary at all. It's all going to blend up. It's all going to cook down. But if that's your thing, do your thing. Oh, and always, don't forget to compost. These tomatoes are getting quite ripe. I would be making salsa or something like that, but fresh salsa with this ripeness won't last. My harvest this year was not great. Not as good as it was in previous years, but not bad either. Now, if you followed my recipe on the tomato reduction, you can absolutely use just that reduction and add in, say, the pepper, salt, garlic, and Italian herbs. Boom, you're done. Having some of that tomato reduction around your kitchen really helps. Okay, so I got this pretty full. I'm gonna go ahead and blend that down just to give me a little bit more space. I'm gonna add in this onion, again, blend it down, and then I'll add in the herbs and I'll give you that just up. All right, so that's nice and blended up. It is very well pureed, and it is also very liquidy. And that's what you get when you don't use the Roma or, say, the San Marzano. It might taste a little bit different, but it will definitely work. Now to the onion. All right, I'm gonna dice these up a little bit. Don't want my blender working too hard, you know. All right, now that I got that pretty much well done, what I'm gonna do is 5 cups of your tomato puree, decent sized onion, 2 tablespoons of Italian herb or oregano, 1 tablespoon of garlic salt or salt. You could also just add in the fresh garlic, 1 tablespoon of pepper. And because I have it, I'm going to use some nice fresh basil from the garden. Add this all in, and we're going to blend it up. Now, how do you know if your sauce is done? You taste it. Good. If you are making pizza sauce, you can stop here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go throw it on the pot, use olive oil, give it that more Italian flavor to it, and I'm gonna reduce this thing down so it's not so liquidy. It's not bad, but just gonna reduce a little bit. It will also help on the longevity, washing these guys off. But what do you think? One more time? I think I can get another one out of it. I don't know if they're gonna wait until the weekend to spoil on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do, yeah, especially that one. See, it's starting to go. Shame on me. One more batch, add it to the pot. Heat on a medium high right now. I'm going to add in a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to coat the bottom, make sure that's nice and coated around. And while this is going, heating up a little bit, I'm going to add in my pizza sauce, make it a pasta sauce. And I'm going to get rid of a lot more of those tomatoes. So I'll probably do a couple rounds of that, add it to this pot. It's quite large. And then I'll be set for pizza and pasta sauce for the next umpteenth times. Now, depending on what type of tomatoes you use, you may have more liquid than you want. San Marzano and Roma are the preferred type, but as the gardeners, we use what we have. For my garden, fresh always wins out. All right, so there's my last tub here. And as you can see, it's starting to darken up. This is pretty light. This is pretty light. And once you start to reduce it down, it's gonna darken up. Give it those nice rich flavors. I'm gonna let this boil, and then I'm gonna bring it down to a simmer and let it reduce by a third, maybe even as much as a half. All right, so I've ladled everything up, close them up. This will do quite well in the freezer for quite some time. And don't forget to label. It is quite easy to get the ones mixed up between the tortilla soup and the reduction and the pizza sauce. Maybe you just have a pasta sauce. They all look the same after they're frozen. That's it for today. Stay relaxed, keep on learning. Deep touch. Change your life. Yeah, there we go. Some cherries there. He's falling on the ground. Oh, let's look up this. Now this is just a freebie. And I don't do anything to it. Or very little. I'll come in here every once in a while. Pull out some of these dead stuff and what have you, but honestly, anything here is just gravy. I'm gonna have to do just salsa with cherry tomatoes or something like that. Just everything.